Myles here at the One World Observatory, joined by Bryan. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
You're now the Smackdown Live GM.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels very sweaty. Or maybe because I was just standing in the sun over there.
Yeah, probably. Although we're used to that over in Dubai. So
Oh, yeah.
No worries,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Nobody's judging me in
No,
Dubai.
not at all,
Yeah.
It was about a year ago to the day that you were over in Dubai promoting 2K16. Mm-hmm. Back then, you were optimistic about making a return to the ring. Mm-hmm. And, things... We can both agree that they didn't look great.
Right.
Just because so many doctors that were saying, look, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
No, that's not true. Only one doctor said it wasn't gonna happen.
One doctor.
And most of the doctors said it would happen.
Okay.
So that's an interesting little twist in this situation.
Well, 12 months later.
Yeah.
Now you're in the boss's chair.
Yeah.
What a change of events. What a turn of events.
Yeah.
How does it feel being the boss?
It's weird because I've never in my life wanted to be the boss of anything.
No.
So
You're like, no, too much pressure. I'm not organized. I don't want to deal with that.
Well, yeah, and not only that, I was just am so independent that I like doing my own little thing. I'm like, oh, okay, going where the wind takes me. But yeah, it's been a fun, fresh challenge.
Yeah. Are you good with the employees? Like, do they come up to you for advice and stuff?
No,
Like,
nobody ever comes up to me for
Oh.
advice. Yeah, it's weird.
Really?
Yeah, never. I don't think ever once since I've come back. Nobody's ever come up to me and said, hey, what do you think? No.
Can I ask you for some advice?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not your employee.
Yeah.
I can be if you want me to be. But
Yeah.
A year ago, you had the long hair, right? When
Yep.
you were in Dubai.
Yep.
I had shorter hair, like close to that length.
Okay.
Now we've kind of switched.
Switched roles.
I'm at that awkward stage, which I'm sure you experienced once upon a time. Should I just keep it going?
Okay, no, you're not at the awkward stage.
Oh, I'm past that?
You're
Or-
past the
Oh.
awkward stage. The awkward stage is about here when it's like fluffy and you can't do anything with it.
it just goes out,
And
like
it just
outwards.
goes out, but you can't like put it down and you can't do anything with it to
Right.
the side. Now, I mean, if you were to tell me that you thought your hair was awkward, I would have been like, really? Wow, he looks like he's, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked good.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to grow it again? Like any wishes to grow it back?
No. Yeah. So I liked having it for wrestling. It's a pain in the butt in real life,
Oh,
right?
really?
As you know,
Yeah.
like shampooing, conditioning, all that stuff. Showering takes longer. I don't know how women do it, right? Like
Yeah.
I have told Bryan numerous times if she wants to shave her head, she can shave her head because I understand.
You're cool with that.
Yeah, it's a pain. Not only that, when I do jujitsu, like my hair gets caught on the mat all the time. So like
the worst.
if somebody's in side control on me and their knee is like by my head, the first thing I have to do is get my hair free before I can even think about like escaping. So
Let's talk Smackdown Live again.
yeah, sorry. Hair
Stay on
tangent,
topic.
yeah.
It's fine. No, last night I was talking to AJ Styles at the 2K17 launch.
Okay.
And we were literally talking style with AJ Styles, and we were like getting the whole hair thing. Because
Yeah.
he's had a lot of criticism for his hair recently.
Yeah.
And I get that from my friends as well. He's like, nah, stick with it. It's fine. Just
Yeah.
do it." What's it like working with Shane McMahon?
Oh, it's great. So I love working with Shane because he's so positive. Like he's a positive person to work for, or to work with.
You have
and
to
so
say
like,
that, don't you?
no, I don't actually. No, I could say he's a real jerk, But we've had a lot of fun working together, and like. It's interesting because within the realm of wrestling, there's a lot of it's weird. We do this creative, wonderful thing, but there's a lot of people who have kind of bad attitudes, right? And Shane's not one of them. He's always positive and a great person to work with.
That's good. That's awesome. All right. What about the lack of titles? I know you've got the big one. You've got the WWE Championship, Dean Ambrose.
We've also got the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah.
what do the women of SmackDown Live have to aim for, and the tag team division?
Okay, so we have been taking our time with that, just because, for example, if we put together, say, a tournament, which may or may not be something that we are doing, and we put people in the tournament that most of our audience doesn't know, then are they really going to care about the tournament?
Sure.
And it's the same thing with the tag team division, right? We want to introduce and establish some of the tag teams and then give them something to fight for, so that when these teams or the women, that if you know them, then you're going to care more about the results.
So you want the WWE Universe to be a bit more invested in
Absolutely.
in those two divisions?
Yeah, and
Okay.
so I think with the we just kind of started doing better with the women maybe this past week. I thought the first couple episodes of SmackDown Live that I was the GM of, like, I thought we were headed in the right direction, and to me, then after watching the shows, we just weren't. But then this last week, I think we got it back on track.
Good progress.
Yeah, good progress, and I think we've done a good job introducing people to people like Carmella and Alexa Bliss and even Eva Marie and that sort of thing, and then keeping people strong like Becky Lynch and Natalya, and then reintroducing Naomi, who she had a debut this last week.
What an entrance.
What an entrance,
Wow.
right? Yeah.
I
and
want one of those glow sticks.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that, yeah.
Well, you'll have to come to the show and
yeah.
have her hand one out to you. Yeah. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you could, if someone somehow gave you some sort of wild card, a free steal from the Red brand, from Raw, who would you take?
Cesaro.
Straight away, Cesaro.
Cesaro.
Because you mentioned that like this past week or a couple of weeks ago when you made that appearance on Raw.
Yeah, I would love.
Why?
So he's the kind of guy who can make a show great just by one of his matches, right? Like you put him out there, the fans care about him. He'll get more opportunity on SmackDown than he'll get on Raw. But I really debate between he or Sami Zayn. Those are the two guys. If I could pick two guys,
Hard workers, right?
yeah, I want hard workers. I want guys that the fans are going to invest in. And to be honest, they've invested a lot in Cesaro without him getting a lot of like interview time, without him getting a lot of like interesting interaction with other superstars, that sort of thing. He's gotten it mostly through his work alone in the ring.
Yeah.
And so and this is kind of the same with Sami Zayn. So those are the kind of guys that I would like to take what they've already got and build on that to make them even bigger.
I think people just want to they want to hear more. They want to know more about Cesaro and what he's about.
Oh, and
we
like
know he's great in the ring.
Yeah, and the dude's got an incredible story. He speaks 5 different languages. Like, so I've known Claudio for a long time. He won a green card to come to the United States. He was wrestling in Europe, like all over the place, and came out here like with no job, with no anything, just to try to make it in the United States. And that was like, and he did that for years, like living on next to no money, when he could easily go back to Switzerland and have like a nice, comfortable life. But he risked it all to come out here, and he's just an incredibly hard worker. And so I'm a little bit biased towards guys like Cesaro and Sami Zayn. I've known them for a long time.
No, both of them, amazing. Last question: your pick of the card for SummerSlam this Sunday?
What do you mean?
Your contender for match of the night.
Okay, so the one I want to be match of the night is Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose. I thought Dolph has done an incredible job since coming over to SmackDown Live, and Dean Ambrose has really taken that role as being the champion. He's really done a great job with that, and I want to see them go out there and steal the show. Dolph always claims that he's the show stealer, right? I want to see him go out there and do it.
Absolutely.
So that's what I want.
Well, enjoy SummerSlam weekend.
Yep, thank
Daniel,
you.
pleasure to see you again.